Hey everybody, Brendan the Realtor here. Okay, get ready for what I'm about to tell you. First of all, Austin is not in a housing bubble whatsoever. We're nowhere close to the 2007, 2008 lending practices. Lenders are just not freely giving away loans and causing individuals to just all go into foreclosure because they can't pay their bills. It's just not happening. We're nowhere close to what the lenders did in 2007, 2008 housing crisis. Number two, Austin is not the least affordable city in America. Those news articles that just came out are complete garbage. First of all, the income in Austin is drastically increasing because of the new high skilled jobs that are coming to Austin. That is proven, and we'll see that data in just a moment. Number two, they're also basing data on the past in which showed a 30% increase in property values and pricing. But that's not what's currently happening this month. We're not seeing that drastic increase like we did in the past. So those two factors will show that Austin is not the least affordable city. That's garbage. Number three, Austin, there's, by the way, there's no way of a possible crash at this time. All the data and everything that we see shows that Austin is a completely healthy market. All right, now that I have the heavy stuff off the table, let's go into the data and let's go into Q3 housing market update. All right, first, let's talk about unemployment because that's going to be very important to understand. We did lose a lot of jobs during the pandemic. In the first 2 months, we lost 137,000, but we added almost all of that back. We added 96% of those jobs back. Also, if you go to the very bottom of this, you'll see that we're at a 4.4% unemployment rate as of June, and we have about 55,000 people who are unemployed. Now, let's talk about then how many jobs are being added to the market and how many job openings we currently have, which is this slide here. We have almost 90,000 jobs that are currently available to take, with 55,000 unemployed. So what gives? Why can't they get a job? Well, a lot of the reason is because it's a skill gap in experience, which is why a lot of jobs are trying to do on site training now or training in order to bring up the skill gap. Also, we're seeing that Austin is adding almost 30 to 31,000 jobs, new jobs, every single month in the last few months. Mind blowing because we haven't seen that before. So not only do we have about 90,000 jobs available, but out of that, we have almost 30 to 31,000 new jobs and adding on 30 to 31,000 new jobs every single month. Okay, so let's jump into then California really quick because everybody keeps saying, well, why do we have a lot of Californians moving here? Well, whatever the reason is. But let's talk about their taxation and why companies are leaving because that's a big reason for our job growth as well. First of all, let's talk about the typical home value. In June of 2021, the average our typical home value in California was $819,000, up. It was originally from 609,000. And then if you look at the home value in Texas, previously in 2020 was 220,000, and now it's 295,000. Again, that's not Austin. That is overall Texas. But what about your taxation within California that's proposed for 2021? Pause the screen, take a look on the left. You're probably gonna throw up a little bit in your mouth, but people who make more than $1 million are going to be taxed just drastically. You'll also see there's going to be a wealth tax that was proposed. That's just a whole different world over in California. But big businesses and individuals are going to want to avoid this, and so you see a lot of them coming to Texas, specifically Austin, Dallas, and some in Houston. So let's jump into then the employers who've relocated to Austin or who's expanded their headquarters in just June and July of 2021. Okay, this is the list. So you have a mixture of manufacturing, you have service. This is mind blowing. Take a pause. You'll be very surprised, or if you need a job, take a look at this. this might be a good opportunity for when they start to hire. And these companies haven't even truly started hiring yet. And this is on top of all the other companies that have relocated here, and they're still building their headquarters. So there's so many more jobs that are to come here in our city. Okay, let's talk about then building permits and why do we have very few resale listings and low inventory? It's all going to be part of the same bubble. First of all, building permits, and you'll see in the top right, building permits, well, how do I put this kindly? In the last 15 years, we just haven't been able to build enough new construction homes to meet the population demand. It's as simple as that. So for 15 years, we've been at a deficit. It's not until just 2021 where we barely meet the demand by the population of new builds. But you can't just snap your fingers and have 15 years worth of a deficit just magically come to market. So it's going to be a long time in the making before inventory is going to be able to meet our population demand, especially with our population that's expanding. And so it just is what it is. But this is a big reason to our 15-year in the making of where we're at today and why we're feeling the pinch. It's not just because of the pandemic. The pandemic is a small reason, but this is 15 years in the making, people. Okay, here's something else. I think this is not something that is widely known, but it should be reported um, way more than what it really is currently. And it's the buy and build to rent. And so, long story short, builders are coming in like KB Home or DR Horton, and they are buying these large neighborhoods, building large neighborhoods, and then just renting them. They're not selling them to anybody. And since 2008, buy to rent has grown to 20 million homes. That means 20 million homes have been taken off the market and not given to people like you to buy. That hurts inventory. And if this trend continues, and it will continue because this is smart of big builders and big developers. They're going to make buku money for people just renting and then moving. And it's already happening in Austin. We already see that. So this is something to be forewarned about. You're going to want to get in before this becomes an issue. But I mean, it's sad to see this happening, but big corporations are smart. Okay. If you have any questions, that's it for now. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I love teaching, I love educating. So you can even comment as well, but we'll continue to give updates when we receive data. All right. Till then, bye.